Good day everyone. Welcome to this video lesson, and today we are going to discuss solving quadratic equation by factoring. So at the end of this video, the viewers or learners are expected to solve quadratic equation by factoring. In solving quadratic equation by factoring, there are steps to be considered. First one is to write the given equation in standard form, or in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Second, we are going to factor the expression at the left side of the equation, or the ax squared plus bx plus c. Then after we get the factors, we equate its factors to 0. Then solve for x. So these are the steps on how to solve quadratic equation by factoring. Okay, let us have an example on how to solve quadratic equation by factoring. So the given is x squared equals 36. To solve this one, first, we have to write the equation in standard form. So we can write this equation as x squared minus 36 equals 0. So that's the standard form. Then after that, we are going to factor the expression x squared minus 36. So that is the difference of 2 squared. So therefore, to get the factors of this expression x squared minus 36, we simply get the square root of x squared. So you have the square root of x squared is x, then copy the sign, minus the square root of the second term, the square root of 36 is positive 6. Then that is now the first factor. To get the second factor, rewrite this given. First, rewrite the first factor, then change the sign between the two terms. Okay, then you have there equals 0. So the factor of x squared minus 36 is x minus 6 and x plus 6. Then we are going to equate its factor to 0. So your x minus 6 should be equated to 0, and the other factors, which is x plus 6, should be equated also to 0. So I have x minus 6 equals 0 and x plus 6 equals 0. Then we are going to solve for x to find the solution set of the given quadratic equation. So to solve this x minus 6 equals 0, we simply transpose this negative 6 to the right side. So your x now equals positive 6, meaning this is one value of x. Then the other side, x plus 6 equals to 0. We transpose this positive 6. So it will become now x equals negative 6. So this is the second value of x. So therefore, the solution set of the given quadratic equation x squared equals 36 is negative 6, positive 6. Okay? To verify if this is the correct answer, then we simply substitute this negative 6 to the equation. So instead of writing here x, replace that by negative 6. So the square of negative 6 is 36, which is equal to 36. So meaning the equation is satisfied. When it is satisfied, we were able to balance the equation. Same thing if you have positive 6. If you replace the x by positive 6, then you square, the answer is 36. So we can say now that positive 6 and negative 6 is the solution of the given quadratic equation. Okay, let us have another example. Solve x squared minus 2x equals 0 by factoring. The first, we have to write the given in standard form. But the given is already written in the standard form. So all we have to do is to rewrite the given x squared minus 2x equals 0. Then next, we have to factor the expression x squared minus 2x. So, if you will look at the given, this is not the difference of 2 squared. So, we'll try by getting their greatest common factor. So, the common factor between x squared and 2x is x. So, we factor out x times x minus 2 equals 0. Okay? Then, after that, equate its factor to 0. So, you have now x equals 0, and the other one is x minus 2 equals 0. Then next, we solve for x. So the first given, x equals 0. So 0 now is one of the value of x. The other side, x minus 2 equals 0. We transpose this negative 2 to the right side. So you have now x equals positive 2. So that's the second value of x. So therefore, the solution set of the given quadratic equation, x squared minus 2x equals 0 is 0 and positive 2. Okay? So that is how we solve quadratic equation by factoring. So another example. Solve 3x squared minus 11x equals 20 by factoring. Okay, first we have to write the given equation in standard form. So we have now 3x squared minus 11x minus 20 equals 0. So we transpose negative 20 to the left side, becomes negative 20. Then after that, we have to factor the expression 3x squared minus 11x minus 20 equals 0. So, ipa-factor natin itong quadratic expression. To factor this one, we have to identify the value of a, which is positive 3, b, negative 11, and c is negative 20. We have to get the product of a and c. So, 3 times negative 20 is negative 60. Then we get the factors of negative 60 such that the sum of the two numbers is equal to the value of b, which is negative 11. So, we can start the factors of negative 60 as 3 times negative 20. So, the factors is 3 and negative 20. If you add, it is not equal to negative 11. So, therefore, 3 and negative 20 are not the two numbers that we are looking for. So, let us think other factors of negative 60. So, we can have 4 times negative 15. So, 4 times negative 15 is negative 60. And if we add, that is equal to negative 11. So, therefore, this is the two numbers that we are looking for because their sum is equal to the value of b. Now, we'll be using these two numbers to expand the linear term in the given. So, your negative 11x can be expanded as 4x and plus negative 15x. But, you have to look at the two numbers. You consider the coefficient or the x squared, the quadratic term. Alin dito sa dalawa ay yung may common factors sila. Yung 4 at saka 3, walang common factors. Yung negative 15 mayroon. So, ito ang itatabi natin sa 3x squared. So, you have 3x squared minus 15x. Then, you have plus 4x. This one. Then we suffix negative 20 equated to 0. So we expanded the given. Then after that, we group the terms. Yung magkatabing group. So 3x, magkatabing term rather, 3x squared minus 15x. Then the other group is 4x minus 20. So the first group, 3x squared minus 15x, has a common or greatest common factor, and that is 3x. We factor out 3x. Then, yung matitira sa loob ay x minus 5. Then, plus, kopyahin natin yung sign na nandyan. Then, ang common factors naman na mayroon yung second group between 4x and 20 is 5. Okay, so we have now, I would say 4. The common factor is 4. Then you have now x minus 5. So if we multiply 4 times x equals to 4x, 4 times negative 5 is equals to negative 20. Same with the other group, 3x times x, so you have 3x squared. 3x times negative 5, you have negative 15. Now, you will observe that in this result, each term also has a common factors, x minus 5, then the other one has x minus 5. We are going to factor out that x minus 5. Then when we say factor out, ilalabas natin. So this one, x minus 5, matatanggal na dyan, matatanggal din dito. So ang matitira na lang ay yung 3x. So you have 3x, then copy this sign, plus, then yung matitira na isa, na 4. So yan. Then equated to 0. So therefore, the factors of 3x squared minus 11x minus 20 equals 0 is x minus 5 and 3x plus 4. Then next, equate its factor to 0. So x minus 5 equals 0. Then the other one is 3x plus 4 equals 0. Then solve for x. So x is equal to positive 5. That is one value of x. And the other one, 3x transpose positive 4, it will become negative 4. Then divide both sides by positive 3. So this will be cancelled, and you have x equals negative 4 thirds. So this is the second values of x. So therefore, the solution set of the given quadratic equation is equal to negative 4 thirds, then 5. Let us have another example. Solve 6x squared minus 17x plus 7 equals 0 by factoring. Okay? So, supposed to be the first step is to write the given in standard form. But as you look at the given, it is already in standard form. That's why we proceed to the second step. We're going to factor the left side of the expression, or the ex squared plus bx plus c. So to get the factors of 6x squared minus 17x plus 7 equals 0, we have to identify the value of b. We would say a, which is positive 6, b negative 17, and c equals 7. Now then we get the product of AC. A is 6 times 7, which is the value of C. You have 42. Then we will get the factors of 42, wherein the sum of that factors, that numbers, is equal to the value of B, which is negative 17. So let's start with 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. But if we add 6 and 7, it is not equal to negative 17. Therefore, 6 and 7 is not the two numbers that we are looking for. So let us say 3 times 14. 3 times 14 is 42. But if you add, the sum is not equal to negative 17. But if you will observe, 3 plus 14 is 17. So the value of is negative 17. So let us try to change the sign of positive 3 to negative 3 and 14 to negative 14. If we multiply negative 3 times negative 14, the product is still positive 42. And if we add, that is equal now to negative 17. So therefore, negative 3 and negative 14 are the two numbers that we are looking for. So we can now expand the linear term of the given quadratic equation in expanded form. We are going to expand. So your negative 17 can be written as negative 3x minus 14x. So negative 3x and negative 14x is equal to negative 17x. So we place negative 3x here because negative 3 and 6 has common factors. Your negative 14 and negative 6, although they have common factors, but if we look at negative 3 and compare to the constant, 3 and 7 has no common factor. So, kailangan yung magkakaroon sila, yung katabi nila ay magkakaroon sila ng common factors. Now, then we are going to prefix 6x squared and suffix the constant 7 equated to 0. Then we group by parentheses. So, you have 6x squared minus 3x, then minus, since this one is minus, 14 will become positive 14, and this positive 7 will become negative 7. So it will be affected. But when you multiply that, negative times 14x, babalik dito sa original. Negative 14. Negative times negative 7 will become positive 7x. Then get the common factors of each group. 6x squared minus 3x. Their common terms is 3x. We factor out that. So this one will becomes now 2x minus 1. And the second group, the common factors between 14x and 7 is 7. So you have now 2x minus 1. So if you will observe, the result has a common factor also. We factor out the 2x minus 1. Then, when we factor out, matatanggal na yan. Ang matitira na lang ay 3x minus 7 equals 0. Okay? Then, we have to equate its factor to 0. Equate its factor to 0. So, you have now. So, let us continue our solution. Here. So, you have 2x minus 1 equals 0. And the other one is 3x minus 7 equals 0. Then, we solve for x. So, 2x, transpose this negative 1 to the right side. It will become positive 1. Divide both sides by 2, your x now is equal to 1/2. And this is one of the value of x. And the other equation, 3x minus 7 equals 0, we transpose negative 7, so it will become positive 7. Divide both sides by 3, your x now is equal to 7 over 3. So this is the second value of x. So therefore, the solution set of the given quadratic equation 6x squared minus 17x plus 7 is equal to 1/2 and 7 over 3. Okay? Let us have another example. Solve negative 2x squared plus 16x equals 30 by factoring. So first, we have to write the given equation in standard form. So you have now negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 30 equals 0. So we transpose positive 30 to the left side. So we have negative 30. Then we are going to factor the left side of the equation. But before that, we identify first the value of a, which is negative 2, b positive 16, and c equals negative 30. Get the product of AC. Negative 2 times negative 30 is 60. Then we'll think two numbers such that if we multiply equals to 60, and if we add equals to the value of b. So let us say 2 times 30. 2 times 30 is 60. But if we add, this is not equal to 16. So how about 6? Or what other factors of 60? It could be 10 times 6. 10 times 6 is equal to 60. And if we add, that is equal to 16. So therefore, 10 and 6 are the two numbers that we are looking for. So we are going to expand the linear terms in the given quadratic equation. So we expand this one, 10 and 6. Okay, so you have now 10x plus 6x. Then we prefix the quadratic term, negative 2x squared plus, put there plus, then suffix the constant, negative 30 equals to 0. Then group the terms by 2. So negative 2x plus 10x, first group. Then the second group, 6x minus 30 equals 0. Okay, then find the common factors between negative 2x squared and 10x. So that is 2x or negative 2x. So put natin ito negative 2x. So this will be x and minus 5. Okay, so that if we multiply negative 2x times x, so it will become negative 2x squared, and negative 2x times negative 5 equals to positive 10x. Then plus the second, 6x minus 30. What is the common factors between 6x minus 30? So that is 6. Factor out 6, so you have x minus 5 equals 0. Okay? So if you will observe, the result also, the result has a common factor, x minus 5. We have to factor out this, x minus 5 times negative 2x plus 6. So factor out natin ito, mawawala yan. Sulat na lang natin x minus 5, then ang matitira negative 2x and positive 6. Then equate its factor to 0, x minus 5 equals 0, and negative 2x plus 6 equals 0. Okay? Then we have to solve for x. So this one, we transpose negative 5 to the right side, so it will become positive 5, meaning this is one of the value of x. And this one, negative 2x, transpose positive 6, become negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 2. So our x is positive 3. So therefore, the solution set of the given quadratic equation is positive 3, positive 5. So this is the solution set of the given quadratic inequality. Okay, let us have an exercises. So solve the following quadratic equation by factoring. Okay.
Kindly pause the video so that you can answer these exercises. Then after you answered, you continue watching so you will be able to see the correct answer.
So the answer of the exercises, this one. Number 1, the solution set of x squared plus 4x minus 77 equals 0 is negative 11, 7. Then number 2, the solution set is negative 2, 1. And number 3 is negative 3 halves and positive 2.
Okay, thank you. Until next time.